Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shooting It Straight with Donnie C. I am your host, Donnie C. I want to thank everybody for coming out, hanging out with us. I know your time is valuable, and we appreciate it. When I say we, I mean me, and say hello to my little friend, David. Hello.
Hello, Don.
Hello, Dave. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you doing?
Doing good. Not used to seeing you with such a tough movie role. I'm used to more of a comedy or some kind of comic relief.
A cartoon from the 80s, or
You
or
went very serious this one. Yeah. It's but for a Grant Carr, come up real nice. Like it's a little rough.
I got to keep you guessing. You never know where it's coming from.
I wasn't ready for it when it first popped up, but I saw it. I had to jump on it. So. All right, well, thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. Like I said, we do appreciate it. And basically what the show is me and Dave, we bullshit. That's it.
Pretty much.
And you ask us questions. You can send us your questions at shootingitstraightwdc@gmail.com. You send us your questions. We try and answer them back. There it is, right there. We send it. I don't know what the questions are. I never know what the questions are. Usually I have no idea how the show goes. Dave knows all of the ins and outs and everything else. And then he asks me the questions, and then I answer on the spot. But today might be a little bit different because I have some slides that I'm going to bring up and show Dave. So I actually know a little bit about what's going on today.
He's cheating.
It wasn't a question. It was a topic that I brought up to Dave. And we were talking, and I go, it'd be funny if we brought up this. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to get to that in a minute. But I didn't want anybody to think that I wasn't cheating. Yeah. I understood. I cheated a little bit on this one.
Don actually did some work on this episode. No, I'm kidding.
I did some work this time instead of just jumping in the seat and talking to you guys. So it's a little bit different today. We'll see how it goes. But while we were talking, Dave said he had a story, and I don't know anything about this story.
He doesn't know this
on my show. So, Dave, without further ado, what do you got?
All right. So the other morning, I'm down here in my man cave, the studio.
The studio, Darth Vader's lair.
I'm having my coffee. I'm looking at sports and stuff on the computer, just trying to let the coffee sink in so I can wake up to get ready to go to work. And the next, all I hear is like a chirp or something. And I go, the fuck was that? So I mute everything and I hear it again. I go, fuck.
You raising chicks down there?
Something. So through that door is my laundry section of the basement that I'm in.
Of the man cave.
Of my man cave. So I open it, I go in there and I'm looking around. I don't see any leaks, no nothing. And then I hear the chirp again.
Now, is it like a bird chirp?
It was a weird chirp. It's like a chirp I've never heard before. So if it was a bird, I'd have been like, there's a fucking bird in my basement. But how he would have gotten here, I would have no idea.
Right. Okay.
So I look over my dryer. You know how you got the dryer hose that goes up and out to exhaust out? I see it do this shit. I go, there's something in my fucking dryer vent. Because what happened is the vent, there's those three little flaps that are on there.
Yeah.
They were cracking and stuff and they were getting old. I knew I had to replace it. So what I did was I put a brick kind of like on an angle to block any kind of wildlife to go down in there.
Okay.
Thought that was going to work. So I'm like, shit. So I turn on the dryer.
No, you didn't.
I turned the dryer on because this is my thought process at the time. It would scare them back up and out.
Right. Okay. Yeah, not just hitting the thing, but turning the actual unit on.
Right. So I turned the unit on. Hopefully he's gone.
Right.
So I get upstairs. My wife's still home at the time. So I go upstairs. I take my shower. I get dressed, get ready for work. And I'm like, as I'm getting dressed, I'm like, I got to double check. I got to make sure.
Right.
And I'm like, but I got to wait until she's gone before I do anything because she's going to freak the fuck out, right?
Right.
So now I'm trying to come up with a game plan. What do I do if there's something in there? Because I don't know what the hell's in there.
Right.
So I go in there. I grab my bucket. And I had like a paper bag, right? And
because what a paper bag.
Well, I don't know. I grabbed anything because what the thought was I was going to try to put it in the bag, hold it closed, and then go throw,
place some. Bag? It's a wild animal.
I know, but it's 7:30 in the morning. I'm not awake yet, and I'm trying. I got this idiot.
You don't know. Dave drinks 2 gallons of coffee in a day.
I don't drink 2 gallons of coffee and beer at night. No,
that's right. It helps him.
Okay, so I put the bucket because I have my dryers up on a pedestal, thank God. Right. So I was able to put the bucket underneath where the exhaust pipe hits the the vent. So I disconnect it. I look down to see if there's anything like in the dryer. Didn't see anything. So I took the exhaust pipe, I put it into the bucket, and I shook it down. I see a dust pan, like a dust ball. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. Nothing's in there. All of a sudden, into the bucket, a fucking baby opossum.
What?
A baby possum was, and I saw it. I freaked the fuck out. I'm like, ah, like a little girl. The bag in question, I put on top of the thing because I didn't know what it was going to do. I obviously because
hopefully
you didn't know.
It plays dead.
Well, that was it. That's going to tie into it. So I warm this real quick. I get out to my deck and I go back into nature. You go, okay? I didn't know, but the thing is I didn't know what was in there. So if that was a squirrel or a chipmunk or some shit like that, that thing would have ran out of my bucket. So I would have had a fucking loose animal
in my basement. What you were doing here because that would not work real well.
No, but I had nothing that had a lid or anything like that.
With a lid.
I know that. I didn't have any of that handy, so I was just working with what I got. But I had this, so that son of a bitch crawled into the thing and slid down and was sitting there chirping.
I didn't even know possums chirped.
Yeah, they do, and I have. We're gonna pull the video. We got new new tech.
Yet, so
we haven't tried. And Don hasn't seen it. So my wife was like, "Did you look at the Ring camera from the night before?" And I was like, "No, I did not." And she goes, "Well, pull it up and look back. You're gonna see the mama possum looking."
What for a baby possum?
Yes, okay, I shit you not.
Let's see this.
There you go. Yeah, there he is right there. You hear, you'll hear the chirps. Hear it?
Uh-huh.
So it's sitting there looking for...
It was sending the distress call. Mama Possum was on call.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
But that big son of a bitch was not going to fit down the pipe.
Thank God, because you would have screamed like a little bitch and I would have heard you from here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah.
Dave, so what you're saying is you're going out and buying a tote just in case this ever happens again to have a spare tote, and you're going to fix the flappers on your dryer now to save possum life.
Life. And here's the thing is like I went to the store, I bought a new vent, and I bought like the critter cover.
Netting, right. Whatever.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The problem is, here in New Jersey, it likes to rain. It rained nothing for 3 to 4 days straight, so I couldn't put the new one on because it's too fucking wet. So I got to wait until we actually get a couple days of dry weather so I could put the stupid thing on.
That's fucking funny.
So, oh man, it was like one hell of a morning. And then you know, I called you and we called whoever called each other, and I'm like, dude, I got a story. I'm going to save it for the podcast because it was awesome. I never had anything like that happen in my life. I had a fucking possum inside my basement.
I wish we had a video of you seeing the fucking thing start to move and just seeing you freak out like a little girl.
Oh, Dad,
I would have loved to have seen that.
Little bit of a screech on my end as I do, but
yeah. Mama Possum was like, where's that one coming from? I lost another child.
and dude, I'm pushing 50. I ran like I was 25 up the basements and out the back door. And I'm sitting there, I'm holding the bucket and I got the paper bag over top. I'm like, please pay dead. Please pay dead. The fucking door.
You're lucky the thing would come up and bite the paper bag and bite your finger.
No, it didn't. It's a little baby thing. So, I mean, if it was the mama, I would say, yeah, you know, then maybe. Yeah, but thankfully, yeah.
Christ, Dave.
Have you ever had anything similar in your lifetime?
There was one time I had in my backyard. I have a lot of fruit trees in my backyard, and there was a freaking rat in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, this dude was like, he was living pretty good off the fruit or whatever. And we have a garden in the back too, but I have that all fenced off, so he couldn't get into. I mean, I guess he could have gotten into it. I don't fucking know, but that was like the closest thing I had was I knew there was something back there and I was trying to shoo him away or get him away. But I mean, he was so fucking fast and he was in my backyard and it was like, I'm like, where'd he go?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Like I saw him take off and then as I was moving, it just gone. And I was like, okay, I hope he doesn't come back.
Yeah.
That was the closest thing I've ever really had to try and capture a rodent or anything like that. But I mean, they're tough.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. And then the whole time I'm at work, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I hope there was only one.
You
In the
left
thing.
it open, and the other one's running around. Well, have you heard any more chirps?
No. It's they're
good.
because what happened was like, I just hooked it back up and I went to work. But like I said, it was just in my mind. I'm like,
Right.
holy shit! I hope that's the only one. So when I got home, I banged everything down, and then I got my bucket, my magic bucket again. I put it down there, but there was nothing else. I looked inside the dryer, so we're all clear of possums right now. And
The problem I have right now is woodpeckers.
really,
Not Woody, but I do. I thought it was one, but now it's two. And there are times when I'm working from home or whatever, and I'm in my dining room, and all of a sudden I hear.
you did.
And what I used to do is I used to run from my dining room out my back door, and then look and try and throw a rock or something to scare it and get it away. But they keep coming back. So, and now there's two. I saw. It was 2 days ago. I saw two of them.
Well, why do you need to shoo them away? What are they damaging your trees and stuff?
Fuck my trees, my house.
Oh, they're hitting your house?
They're on my house, hitting the stucco, go brrr, and actually poking holes in the walls of my house with the stucco. So they're damaging my house.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it got to the point though where instead of running outside now I just with my hand, boom, I hit the wall. They're scared the fuck out of them because as soon as I hear, and then boom, I jump up, and if anybody's home, I'm like, I'm hitting the wall so nobody gets scared. And I hit it so hard the other day that I actually knocked some of the sheetrock off of where the screws are. Like I saw it pop out a little bit. I'm like, oh damn, I gotta fix that now.
You're creating more work for yourself.
Exactly. But yeah, that's the problem I'm having right now, and they're not necessarily rodents.
Yeah.
But yeah, woodpeckers are just
Yeah.
in the ass out here because they pick a house and they just keep poking at it and they keep poking at it and I don't know what the fuck they think is inside, but they keep coming.
Yeah. Well, luckily on my end, from what I read on the internet, because everything, you can believe everything on the internet.
Well, that's why everybody should listen to what we say. It's
Exactly.
all true.
Possums, it says that they'll stay in an area for like 2 to 3 days and then they move along.
Okay.
So
then
I'm
they
sure.
should be gone. Well,
Yeah, they're gone by now.
hopefully the mama possum found a baby possum.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for a nice little reunion, and
Right, and
they
then
went
they
about
can
their
go
business.
away.
Yeah, because the little baby is no longer in the spot that he was deposited in.
Right. Okay. So he went away. Okay.
So he went away.
happy house for the possum.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. All right. In other news of going away,
Yeah, sad
sad
news.
news. Sad news. Well, I mean, it's part of life and it happens, but our friend, no, not our friend.
Not
but,
a friend. Well, you know everybody on first name basis, so.
Right, me and him were buddies and stuff like that. And but Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer has passed away. I believe, what was he, 78, 79? What was he? How old was he?
79.
79, I believe, pancreatic cancer, correct?
Yep, that's what I read.
79 years old. Jerry has brought more laughs and entertainment to, for me at least, a lot. Oh, we got a picture.
Just pull him up.
There
That's
he
how I
is.
like to remember my man.
That was Final Thoughts right there. That was his
Yeah,
final,
Final
thoughts
Thoughts.
movement.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, it used to be like a bench or like a little stool or whatever. But
Well, that's what
as he got
it's on the stool. Yeah.
as he got older, he needed the armrest to just relax more. It's like, shit, I got this. Let me just sit here. But his show came out, I don't know when, but I mean, it was running for, I think, 30 seasons or something like it was ridiculous. The number, 20-something seasons, 30 seasons. It was 26 or 30.
The Jerry Springer Show ran from 1991 to 2018, which I find hard to believe because 2018, that was 5 years ago. Did he really have shows? I don't remember. I mean, not that I was
They were
actively
still
watching.
going. No, they
really?
were still going. I mean, and then a lot of the ones, I stopped getting cable a long time ago, but the reruns were ridiculous. It always seemed like it was on. Like you could never get away.
Yeah.
But he had a quote. I'm gonna do the quote. It said, "Springer himself expressed regret over the show toward the end of his life, though perhaps somewhat in jest. He said, in quotes, I am sorry. What have I done? I've ruined the culture. I just hope hell isn't that hot because I burn real easily. I'm very light complected, and that kind of worries me." Because he said his show brought down society and started all the whole stupidity and nonsense of reality TV shows and everything else. Because if you think about it, he started in the 90s.
Yeah.
And we bought into this hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
I mean, there wasn't a time where he was on, you would go, I'll watch something else. No, you stopped.
No, we were watching
You stopped and you watched. You're like, it's Jerry Springer. There's going to be a fight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Towards the end, you knew some girl's wig was coming off.
Oh, yeah.
Some guy's wig was coming off. Because back then it was only girls and guys, and so it was close. Nowadays it'd be, I don't know what. It could be a whole bunch of different things, but yeah. And then Steve, his bodyguard or whoever it was, would come over and break up the fight. It was Steve because he ended up having his own show afterwards towards the tail end.
Yeah, and let's be like any like back in the late '90s, early 2000s. If you heard a fight, or if you were not in the fight, but if you heard people fighting or whatever, there was somebody around you that was going to go Jerry.
Every time, it was inevitable. It was inevitable.
Yeah.
And I mean, his show, he was at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, because he brought a different spin on daytime talk shows.
Correct. It wasn't the Sally Jesse Raphael, Donahue, or anything else.
Exactly.
What was her name? Ricky Lake was coming out at that point. She was kind of changing it a little bit. Jenny Jones was in there also. Look at me with the knowledge. We
you're pulling it up.
We have a buddy of ours that was on the Jenny Jones show one time.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I remember that story. Yeah.
Yep. And it was just a fun show that just showcased stupidity, and you just watched it because it was entertaining.
Yeah.
And then it's turned into this whole thing.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't know how it all happened because he used to be a mayor.
Mm-hmm.
In Chicago, right? He was a Chicago mayor.
Chicago, I believe. Yes.
And he ended up losing his stay as a mayor because Jerry did something very, very stupid, and he got himself in trouble. He paid a hooker with a check that bounced.
Dope.
And everybody found out about it. And that's when his reign as mayor
came to an end.
And then after that, he started doing other things. And then it just happened to be that the Jerry Springer Show fell into his lap. I don't know how it actually started from there, but he was political for many years of his life.
Yeah, see, that part I didn't know until we talked, or when I saw it on Wikipedia, that he was actually into that stuff. Because I only know him as the Jerry Springer Show on,
right? And everybody knows him as just the guy who just loves the drama and everything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he was a politician, so he played if you think about it, he's been doing this his whole life. He just did it on a much higher level with politics. You hear both arguments and you just kind of make your final statements or whatever up. Then he made it into a show where you hear, and at the time it was basically white trash arguments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then he made his final thoughts at the end. It was the same thing with a politician during the show. It was just a different branch for him to still do what he was doing and make a show and make a fortune out of it. And I remember when America's Got Talent started and he was the host. He was a great host.
Yeah.
He fit right in.
Yeah, I was mad when they replaced him, but I think it was Nick Cannon that replaced him. But I saw Nick as well. But
Nick did great. Nick's a great host also. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed Jerry, and I was mad when Nick took over because I was like, Jerry's doing so good.
Exactly, that's how I thought too. Right. I was like, what are you doing?
And then Nick actually did it, and he did so well. Like, okay, it makes sense. And now he's got his diamond crusted shoes and his man bun and everything. And now he's whatever. He's got 25,000 kids, and whatever. But Jerry, we're on a first name basis.
Yeah.
Jerry and I, he had a good run. I enjoyed his shows. I enjoyed, hanging out with him, even though I was on my couch and he was on the TV. Kind of like you guys watching now, maybe. Yeah. But it was a good time. It was a good show. Yeah. And I mean, from what I understand, he had a happy life. He lived a good life, and he made some choices that maybe weren't so great for him, but he did. Those choices probably helped him out in the long run.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm not condoning picking up hookers, but it worked out for Jerry. Jerry. He could have been a member of his own show.
Oh, no. Can you imagine?
I'd like to bring myself out. He's running out from the back.
and bring the hooker out that he did.
I paid you in cash. No, you didn't. You paid me with a check. Steve's got to break him up.
Did his show, like, correct me wrong, I don't know if his show started it, but was his show the ones that started like the paternity test ones, or was that more Maury and all them guys?
Maury jumped on it later on, and it all of a sudden became like Maury's show was just paternity tests.
Right. But did Jerry start that shit?
Jerry started that early on just to see who the father was or whatever. Like,
right.
Because then I remember some of the characters being on it. I told you I wasn't. I told you. I told you.
Exactly.
Like that, and then so yeah, it started on there, and then I think
Maury took it and ran with it.
Took it and just took it to a whole new level, and then all of a sudden, all of Maury's shows were just paternity tests.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
I haven't watched talk shows in a long time.
Yeah, me neither.
That's what it is. But I don't even know if Maury's still on or not.
I have no clue either.
No idea.
Don't have time for that.
No, not at all. But yeah, Jerry. Yeah. You'll be missed, but the reruns will still go on, and I'm sure every time we watch one, we'll chant Jerry with you. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You'll be missed. Yep. All right.
So now this here, I brought up to Dave, and this is the part of the show that I know a little bit about because I had to do a little work on this. So we're never doing this segment again. I'm kidding. So in all the years of Disney and cartoons and just watching kids' movies, watching stuff. I have kids. Dave has kids. Oh. There's one right there.
We'll get to that in a minute.
There's always a section where you go, wow, that joke was way over all the kids' heads, but it was funny for me and it was entertaining, so you got to enjoy the show. So as an adult watching a kid's show, you can still enjoy it and laugh and have a good time. And it kind of brings both worlds together. And Disney and IMAX or iPixel, what is it? Whatever, the Pixel movies and stuff like that. They
Pixar?
Pixar,
yeah.
I know that's your thing, so I knew that you would know that. They incorporate a lot of the adult humor with the kids' humor. But they've been doing it for years, but not necessarily with humor, but with adult content. And Dave was on the fence about it, and he's like, "No, not really, but I heard this or that." I go, "Dave, there is so much more than you have any idea about." And I wanted to show him some of these pictures. So what I'm going to start with, Dave, is I'm going to start with one of the ones that you might have seen as a kid and didn't even know. And I'm not sure if you ever watched Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny, yes.
I'm assuming you did. But did you know Bugs Bunny had a tail in front of him?
Did not know that.
I don't know if you know this, but what's up, Doc?
Wow, Bugs.
It's not a carrot.
Bugs was packing, boy.
He was packing. So, just a little tidbit. I just wanted to start off nice and easy. So okay, and then I don't know if you've ever noticed.
How did that get by anything back? I mean, it was a different time back then, but still,
it's a different time.
Wow. Oh, that was.
Now,
what did you do? Just look up all penis ones? No,
I didn't look up penis. Now, what do you think Donald's doing here?
There's probably like the Dale or Chipper Dale is probably in there.
Does that make it any better?
No, it doesn't.
Just saying.
But the look, he's like, yeah. He's looking at Daisy like, what's up?
Are you looking at me or what's going on over here? Not sure. Okay. Now, there's another one, and I don't know if you've ever watched Roger Rabbit. Have you ever seen Roger Rabbit?
Roger Rabbit, I've seen, yes.
Okay, so let's take this one. Now, please, Eddie, Jessica would never. Yes, she would. She's a filthy showgirl. Like, what is that?
I'm trying to. That looks like she's spread eagle, right? But at least she has underwear on.
She's wearing underwear, so that's good. But honestly, like as a cartoonist, going, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a great scene, and she's gonna be sitting there, and she's gonna be spread eagle.
Trying to do what's that? Sharon Stone.
Right. Exactly. Come on, That's not right.
Now I gotta watch that part of the movie just to see what the context was when she was doing that. That's weird.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Okay.
wow.
So that's Jessica Rabbit, and yeah, now I know. Now I know why. What's his name was Roger Rabbit was hanging around him so much. All right, we've all heard the stories of Peter Pan and him trying to hook up with Wendy, but it wasn't that he was hooking up with Wendy, right? Well, what was he trying to show Wendy? Check out his shadow, because his shadow was his own character at some times too, right? Now, if you look at him and you look at the shadow, does that look the same to you?
It's obviously his little whatever, the leotard hanging down.
Yeah, that's what it is. His leotard thing.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan trying to get with Wendy, trying to hang out with Wendy. I mean, Wendy, take a look at me. Hello, spread out again. Another spread.
Who knew he was packing, man?
Not me. All right. Now,
that's funny. I never saw that one either.
Right, exactly. There's a couple of them, and it's all very strange. But here's another one. You ready? This one is not my favorite yet, but the Care Bears. Care Bears care about people and they try and protect people. But what do Care Bears do in their spare time? Well, they fix their car. Or do they not? I don't know what the car is called, but it looks like a good time to me.
Yeah.
What the fuck? At what point did somebody go, I got a great idea. I'm going to put a threesome inside this, and it's going to be perfect because nobody's going to see anything else. They're just fixing the car.
Yeah.
All.
Yeah. And it looks like this one looks like he's about to go smack in the ass a little bit there.
Exactly. Little S&M for the Care Bears. He's got his hand hold on. I can't even. This boy is getting. That's care a lot. That's all I'm saying. That's care a lot.
Care a lot, sucks a lot, and I don't know.
Enjoys a lot.
Oh God.
All right. So the next one, Dave, you used to watch all the time. So this is. I don't know if you've ever seen the Transformers.
Is that Transformers or GoBots? Whatever. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's Transformers.
What the hell's going on there?
That's a crane. That's a crane Transformer.
They should put it on his back.
I mean, what the fuck?
Wow. He was popular with the lady robot Transformers.
Seriously. It didn't matter how heavy the other robots were. This crane could lift you.
That's literally a kickstand, man. He's good.
It's unreal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, it's everywhere, including shows that we watch today, like SpongeBob. SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, that's a hidden. Yeah.
Hidden? What's hidden about that? Turn that upside down.
Well, I know. I'm just saying they did that, because that's his nose and the underwear's. Right. So it took me a second. I was like, oh, I get it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. SpongeBob.
Kids wouldn't pick. That's one of those things you said. Kids wouldn't pick up on that, but we would.
Now, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Turtles in a Half Shell. Or
Turtle Power.
Feeling up April. I don't know what's going on in this scene. And I'm not sure which Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle that is. Go ahead, Dave.
That's orange. That's Michelangelo.
Michelangelo. Thank you, Dave.
There you go. You're welcome. Put me on the spot.
50 years old and he knows this shit.
49. I'm not 50 yet.
Almost 50 years old and he knows this shit. I didn't know which one it was, and my name's Don. People used to call me Donatello, and I still don't know what color that is. Just saying. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's Michelangelo feeling up April.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to be too pleased about it. So
that's a lawsuit right there. April, I don't know if you know this, but April was part of the Me Too movement. So now, before I bring up my last one, you had one that you were going to bring up. I'm going to bring it up now. Okay. The Lion King.
Yep, that's the Lion King.
Now, to the left, it's just the Lion King. And I had a couple more, but I didn't bring them up either. Aladdin had a penis in one of the castle, or not Aladdin, the Little Mermaid. There was a penis in the castle and everything else.
I actually have that. If you want me to pull it up, I can pull that one up.
Pull it up, sure. But the Lion King right there, that definitely looks like a female body. Right? I mean,
Yeah.
And there's the Little Mermaid.
There's your memory with the penis in there.
The little shrunk. Now, speaking of, okay, I saved the best for last.
Okay.
In my opinion. And if you like it, great. If you don't like it, whatever. But Mickey and Minnie love each other. They're always hugging and I can't do Mickey or Minnie, but whatever. So there's one picture. Now, Dave, you tell me what you see first and foremost. Go.
Well, I mean, it's another penis going into my face, but you know.
Penis. That's Minnie's body and her arm, or is it? Come on. What is that?
One of two things are happening. Either the cartoonists are infatuated with penises, or you are, because all of them is like a penis theme.
They're everywhere in these movies. They're everywhere. And now I'm not saying Mickey was ahead of his time or he's woke, but he's got his arm around Minnie grabbing the penis. Just throwing it out there.
Swings both ways.
Maybe Mickey was gay. Maybe he was straight. Maybe he's bi. Maybe he's a she. Maybe he's a they. I don't know who Mickey is. I don't know Mickey on a first name basis.
Nope.
But there's some shenanigans going on here. And there's a lot of Disney involved. That's all I'm saying. The happiest place on earth, yeah, because every time you go there, somebody's touching you.
Oh, man.
But that's hidden in plain sight.
Yeah.
All the movies that we like, all the movies as a kid growing up and seeing the cartoons and everything else. Have you ever even seen? And I didn't even bring up some of the other ones that I have talked to you about in the past. That was just a lot of the Mickey and cartoons and like it's everywhere.
Yeah. No, you could bring it up we could do it down the line, a non-Disney related one or something. But no, I've always heard rumors about them, but I didn't really do the deep dive into the stuff until this show.
That's right. Hey, if it's gonna get crazy, it might as well get crazy with me.
Yeah, why not?
It was so funny.
Those are cool. Those are cool. A lot of them I did not know. I did not like, especially the Bugs Bunny and the Peter Pan one.
Right.
Did not see any of that.
Yeah, no, it's absurd, and it actually I didn't know a lot of them until I started searching for it. I knew there was a lot out there. That 100%. I knew. I've talked about it. I've joked about it, and everything else. But I never really went into it. And I honest to God, I was scrolling. You ready? I was scrolling through Facebook.
Ooh, wow, it's so weird.
And one of the topics came up was subliminal messaging in cartoons.
Yeah.
Because the world isn't listening to us.
No. I told you, Facebook, once you do a search on something, Facebook knows it.
It wasn't even a search yet. I was talking to you about it.
AI.
The end is near. If you haven't seen the show, go back and watch a couple episodes.
Watch it.
The end is near. You'll understand the AI and what's scary about it.
Hell yeah.
All right, so and what do we got as far as questions? I know we got a couple questions, so let's get some questions. Again, shooting it straight, WDC@gmail.com. Send us your questions. Dave gets them. He reads them to me. I answer without knowing what they are, just like right now. Don't know what's coming, but here we go.
Here we go. Alrighty, we got a two-parter from, let me pull it up, from Tiffany.
Tiffany. Hello, Tiffany.
Part one of it. Oh, this is right up your alley, I think.
I can't wait.
Because it's, sports related, so you should.
I'm all over it.
This is Don's favorite topics. First part, best baseball movie of all time and why?
Oh, shit. Baseball movie. Okay.
Have you my first question would be, have you seen a baseball movie?
That's what I was going through right now. So my favorite, my least favorite, and my only baseball movie would be The Natural. That's the only one I've seen. And
to be honest, I don't even think I saw that one, but go ahead.
I know of Angels in the Outfield. I know of Field of Dreams. I know
A League of Their Own.
what's League of Their Own? That's what
League of
I'm
Their
getting at next, right? I know about them, and I know some of the sayings from them, and I know like the catchphrases from them. Even okay, you ready? The Sandlot, is that a baseball movie? Is it
I think so. That's with the
baseball?
kids.
Yeah.
That's with the kids. I think yes.
So the Sandlot,
Yeah.
another huge baseball. I've never seen the Sandlot either.
Neither.
You're killing me, Smalls. Like I know the lines. I get it.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it. And I know everybody right now is going, "Are you fucking kidding me?" No, I'm not kidding you. I haven't watched baseball.
Yeah.
I'm not a sports guy. I like to play sports, not watch them.
Yep.
And sports movies usually don't do much for me. But I've seen a couple. But as far as baseball goes, I think The Natural is the only other one. So I don't really have a good reference to go. So that's my favorite, my least favorite, and my only.
Yes.
What
Well,
about you?
for me, it's kind of similar. Like for me, it's got to be a comedy. You know, for me, like a baseball or sports related comedy.
Naked
will
Gun count?
draw. What's that?
Does Naked Gun count?
No, Naked Gun does not count.
Okay.
There's sports in there, but no, Naked Gun does not count. Right. When he was the umpire, strike. And
He's dancing.
yeah.
Strike.
Oh man.
great.
So for me, it's got to be Major League, man. Major League with the Ricky Vaughn and Jobu and
The 2.5 Men guy.
Charlie Sheen. Yeah.
Charlie Sheen. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's
I
mine
never even
because
I've never seen them. But
Oh, you got it.
What
Major-
did that come out? That came out in the 90s and the 2000s, right?
Major
Late
League,
Mid
if I can,
90s, late 90s.
1989 came out.
What?
Yeah, 1989.
Wow, it was earlier than I thought. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, didn't have any interest in it at all. There was girls around.
Yeah, Charlie Sheen, Tom Berenger, Corbin Burnson, all kinds of people in there.
Yeah, no, it was. I just never. I don't know what it was. You guys were all into sports. I just never got into it.
Bob Uecker.
Bob
He
Uecker.
did
Just
outside.
See, I know the lines.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like I watched it. But
Yeah.
I never have. But it's
Serrano,
funny. It's
Serrano
funny
was. He goes, I pray to you, Jobu, and you don't let me hit curveball. So I say, fuck you. I do it to myself.
You, a couple other guys around me, like when sports come up, always laugh
Yeah.
because I always hold the conversation,
Mhm.
and I'm always able to go through the conversation
Yeah.
and talk about it, and usually not know anything about what I'm saying,
Yeah.
or throw out such generic information that the conversation just continues to roll,
Yeah.
and nobody I talk to ever has any idea that I had no idea what I was talking about.
But we all know. We're like,
You guys know. You guys laugh your ass off. And you guys, afterwards, you're like, "Do you know what you said?" Yeah, I said the same shit I say every time. And every time it works. I just never got into it. Don't know.
somehow you always pull out, you had the cliff notes of all that shit, man. And you were able to pull it up out of whim. So,
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I do. I
give
don't
you
know.
credit. Give you credit on that one, bud.
Thank you. So there's my answer. A League of Their Own because Naked Gun is not a sports movie
Yes.
or a baseball movie. Sorry.
Okay. The second one is I got a feeling we're going to be on the same page with this one because
Okay.
just
Is
go
it sports
from
related too?
yeah, sports related, and just from having previous conversations with you,
Okay.
I think we're on the same
So I
page.
know something about this sports question.
Yeah,
Yes.
best sports themed movie of all time and why.
Okay. Naked Gun's funny, obviously. That's a
So
sports
this could
movie,
be
right?
any sports movie. Yes.
Okay. So Naked Gun was funny. My all-time favorite sports movie, though, Any Given Sunday was good. Also, I enjoyed that one. Hooah! But my favorite of all time, The Replacements.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Replacements, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down, has to be.
Yeah. And
You got a clip up?
I got because I kind of figured that, so I was like, you know what?
It's coming.
Let's have it.
There it is. The Replacements.
For those who don't know, Keanu Reeves, Gene Hackman.
No way.
No way, man.
Gotta have heart, kid. We're missing heart. No, I mean that movie in itself, it just, and what I love about that movie is one, it's funny. I mean,
Yeah, it's funny as hell, dude.
the cheerleaders trying out,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
shika shika boom boom, like You can have a quarterback or whatever. Like,
Yeah, it was just this god awful cheer.
I watched it with my son for the first time, I think about 8 months ago, maybe, give or take. And he was laughing. But my favorite part about it, it's a movie about underdogs and regular people.
Yeah.
It's a movie about putting
Oh, yeah.
together a team that's just crazy, whatever. And I use a line, my son plays soccer. And every once in a while, if he's dribbling and somebody gets the ball, or the ball's around him, and it's one of those moments where I want him, whatever he's got, get that ball.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm on the side. Give me that ball! Give me that ball! And then after he gets it, because a lot of times he does, I look at my wife and go, he got me the ball! He got me the ball! Alright, go sit down.
Okay, can sit down.
Okay. I got your ball, coach. I got your ball.
Oh, man.
Just in general, just the whole show as a whole, it's funny, it's entertaining. There's a small love story in there and everything else. Like, it's got so many different avenues of everything. And then what's his name? Who can't catch a ball?
Oh,
the guy who can run. So I can't remember his name right now. But
yeah, I know.
It looks like I jacked off an elephant. It's just so funny. It's so funny.
Yeah.
But, you know what's great and comes in quarts?
What?
An elephant. Anyway.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm on the same board. The replacements that I remember watching it, and it just hit for me on every angle. It's good for me. It was a good story. It cracked me the fuck up throughout the whole entire thing.
Yep.
And I was like, "This is like." I promoted this movie because I think it came out around the time I was working at a movie theater, and I promoted that sucker to everybody and anybody. Man, I'm like, "You got to check this."
I don't remember you promoting that one when I used to call in and harass you.
Well, it's a sports movie. I'm not gonna promote a sports movie to you.
Well, no. You ready, people? Here's a little insight to me and Dave's friendship in the 90s. Dave worked at a movie theater, and a lot of times he answered the phone.
Yes, because I was a cashier for a little short period of time. Yes.
So if you know this show and you've seen the show, I change my voice and I do voices and this, that, and the other every once in a while.
Yes.
And I used to do a lot more of them back in the day. And I would call the movie theater up and in different voices harass the fuck out of Dave. As soon as he answered, I would ask him the most ridiculous questions about the movies and how long the movies were. If I could bring a girl, if she'd be scared, and put her head in my chest, and I pretend like I could hug her. It was awesome.
The best one was he called, and I'm like, blah 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 blah. Can I help you? Yeah, I'm thinking about coming to movies. Which ones you got? I'm like, well, what are you in the mood for? Just name them all. What do you have? I'm like, fucking Don. It took a minute, but I'm like, it's got to be Don.
Yeah, that one there sounds good. I like that. I reckon I'm gonna watch that one. I don't know. I don't care. You think I like that one?
There was one, I forgot what you were saying, but there was one time you did call me, and I didn't catch on that it was you, and I remember getting like really irritated, and I was like getting ready to hang up, and then either you broke character or I finally put two and two together, and I was like, you asshole.
Good times.
Yeah,
Good times.
yeah.
But okay, going back to the theme.
Go back,
Back over there. The Replacements would have to be number one best sports themed movie of all time. And if anybody has other ones, write in the comments. I want to know what you're thinking also. If you got something, please put it in the comments. We don't get a lot of comments, but every once in a while, I'd love to see them.
Yeah.
Put it in there. Tell me what your best movies were. Let us know. If you like the show, if you laughed during the show, hit the like button. Let us know. Let us know. We're here for you.
Yes.
You're here for you. And we never know what's going on. So let us know. Ring the bell. Get your notifications. Send us your emails. And, like always, have a good week. And we will catch you next week. Bye, guys.